Hi there, I'm Michelle.
I'm Jim, and we are
A
A
Tea
Tea
of
of
Your
Your
Own.
Own.
Welcome to another Motivational Monday.
Let's get motivated.
Woo! Yay! We got some good news
We
recently.
do.
We got
We
some
did. We got some real good
really
news.
good news.
Yeah.
For those of you who are part of the Maxwell Leadership Certified team and are going to IMC next month, we found out that we are 2 out of 10 people.
10 people, 8 groups, 8.
Yep. So 2 out of 10 people who are going to be speaking at Think Tank Day right there during IMC.
During IMC.
Yes.
Yes.
Woohoo! And we're going to be talking about the leadership game.
Yes, we are.
So if you are going to IMC, make sure you go to Think Tank Day and get ready to learn all about how you can use the leadership game to add value to customers, to add value to your community, to help people learn more about themselves.
Mm-hmm. And make sure you stick around because we're towards the end.
We are.
We got one of the, I think that's one of the choice spots.
We are.
We go on. We're going to be on the same stage John Maxwell's going to be on. Yes. He'll be on about a half hour before we go on.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
Yeah, he's one of the warm up acts for us.
Yes, he's good. He's going to warm up for us.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, it is. It is good. So for those of you who don't know, this is the leadership game. The leadership game. How would you describe the leadership game?
Well, one of the things that we're going to say down there is we tried for a long time to figure out how to describe the leadership game. And you start talking about earning stars, and there's cards, and there's questions, and you roll a die, and there's a timer, and people write on sticky notes, and there could be debates. We couldn't figure out anything. We finally, after some trial and error, figured out what works for us. And the best way to describe it is the leadership game is a fun, interactive, team building experience.
Oh.
Yeah. And that works because we'll break it down.
Yeah.
Fun. Do you like to have fun?
I like to have fun.
Do HR managers like when their people are having fun?
Generally, HR managers like it when their people are having fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
When you have to go to work during the day and you have a day where you have fun. Yeah. That's a good day, right? Because that doesn't happen very often.
Yes,
usually there's a reason work is called work, because if it was fun, we'd call it fun. But sometimes fun can sneak up on you.
What?
Leadership game will do that. It's interactive. Yeah. Why is it interactive?
Because you're talking. People are talking constantly, talking with with a partner, with a small group, with the larger group as a whole. People are interacting and talking, and some of the things that they talk about.
We find out things that they didn't know.
Yeah.
And it is truly funny and amazing when it happens, where somebody will say something and the rest of the group will go, whoa, I didn't know that. And it's generally something positive. It's something good.
All right. So for example, all right, the best leaders are listeners. Okay.
They are.
Which group of people do we need to be more intentional about listening to? And then there's a list here. All right. Employees, clients, customers, shareholders, ambassadors, fill in the blank. Who do we need to be more intentional about listening to? And the cool thing is people are going to talk about that.
They will.
And then they're going to share their answers and why they have that answer.
And quite often what will happen is we find out, one, where the strengths are and how everybody in the group views it as being a strength. And obviously you want to know what those strengths are, because your strengths are what you use to grow, to develop, to conduct your business. You want to use the things that you're best at, not the things that you're worst at doing. And that's because with the things that you're not very good at doing, takes a long time
Yeah.
to get better a lot of times. When you find people who are good in those areas and you work together,
Well,
filling
and
those gaps.
one of the questions literally is, get in the zone and stay in the zone. List 5 things you do well.
You would be amazed how often we ask that question during the game, and people have a hard time coming up with 5 things they do well. It is amazing because they're not used to thinking of what they do well in those terms. They're not used to being asked these kinds of questions.
No.
So we find strengths. We also find those, we don't call them weaknesses. We call them areas for improvement or challenges, because that
Everybody has those.
puts a more positive spin on it. And everybody has places where they can improve.
Definitely.
We all do.
Yes.
I think even someone like John Maxwell would tell you, as good as he is, and he is unbelievable and outstanding. John, if you're watching this, remember we said that. He's truly fantastic.
He's a great guy.
But even he would admit that there are areas where he needs improvement or has challenges, but he very wisely has a team around him, because we're going to get to interact with all of them in about 3 weeks. We'll be there, that complement what he does, and they take care of the things that aren't his strengths, aren't his areas.
Exactly. That's the important part. That's what really good leaders figure that out early on.
Oh yeah.
They know, all right, here's what I'm good at. Here's what I'm not so good at. I need to find somebody else who's really good in that area and bring them on, and we can partner together and work together. So yeah.
So let's think about the third thing, team building.
Ooh.
Because does that happen when you're playing the leadership game?
Oh yeah.
It is amazing.
And actually, one of the ways that they do that is through these. So these are gold cards. Okay. And what happens is when somebody rolls the dice and it
comes up
on the gold card, they get to give one of these away. So they're going to give away, for example, give this gold card to the person who best displays servant leadership. Okay, give this gold card to the person who inspires you by their productivity and work ethic. Give this gold card to the person who acts the most as a mentor to you. Things like this build up a strong team.
Oh yeah. And the reason people like receiving those cards is because they get 3 points. That is the highest total points that you can receive from one item, because the other one is their peer cards.
Oh yeah.
And those are wonderful. Those are worth 2 stars. And the object of the game is to get the most stars, even though everybody who plays is a winner, let's face it. But with the peer cards, when they're giving those away, they're giving them to somebody because of a particularly insightful answer or something that struck a chord, and that also helps to build a team.
Yes.
And it is amazing when you walk out from the leadership game, people are always smiling.
Yes.
They're talking about what they just learned. It's amazing. It does help with building a team.
It really does. It gets everybody. One of the things that we talk about when it comes to teamwork is getting everyone on the same page,
That's it.
Moving in the same direction, and that's what this does.
Right.
It's very cohesive when it comes to working your team together.
And then the last thing is, did you have more to add?
No, go ahead.
The last thing is experience. It's an experience.
Yes, it is.
I'm not going to sing the song, but you get mad. Don't like me singing Jimi Hendrix, but it's just a different kind of experience. But yeah. So why is that? Why is that important to say that it's an experience?
Well, the name of this particular experience doesn't necessarily go over well with some people.
No.
When they find out they're going to be spending 1.5 to 2 hours playing the leadership game.
Ooh, that sounds like fun, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. The reality is, it's so much more. And one of the biggest compliments we ever received was from somebody who was just like, I can't believe you're going to make me play a stupid game. What did he say to us at the end of this experience? He
told us he thought he would come in and maybe stay for about 30 minutes to see what it was all about. And then when he was bored, he would leave. He said, well, I'm still here.
Yes.
And we were told afterwards from some of his coworkers that was extremely high praise
Yes.
from him.
Yeah, that was about the 2-hour mark right
Yes.
there.
Yeah, we're at about the 2-hour mark.
We were, wrapping things up.
And he smiled when he said it.
He did. And he actually meant it.
Yeah, he did.
So that was high praise.
Yes, that was high praise.
Now, some of you are just like, all right, yeah, I hear it's fun. I hear it's interactive. I hear it's an experience. Great. Team building, woohoo. Why would I want to do something like that? What kind of value is it going to do for me?
Well, like I said, part of it is you figure out what those strengths are, what everybody views as being the strengths, and figuring out how to better use those strengths for advancing the organization. You also learn about the issues, the challenges, the gaps.
Yeah.
And it comes directly from the people that are involved in it.
Yeah.
And that's one of the big advantages.
And part of it is, and don't tell anybody I said this, but it's an assessment tool.
It is, but we don't ever say that. We did say that before we figured out that was going. Yeah, it's an assessment tool. They're going, okay, an assessment for what? An assessment for
the reality is it's an assessment tool.
It is an assessment.
It helps you, and the cool part about it is it quickly helps you assess.
Yes.
What is going well, what isn't going so well, what you can do to improve things. So for those of you who want, to get to that bottom line, who want to get things done faster, who want to be able to zero in and say, this is what I need to change to make things better and get to where I'm going, guess what you need?
Yeah.
You need the leadership game, because literally after an hour and a half to 2 hours, you know exactly what changes need to be incorporated so that you can get the results that you're looking for.
And this is coming from the very people that need the support to make those changes. They will tell you. They wouldn't normally tell you in any other environment.
No.
I mean, we have found out some crazy things like nicknames that people had that they didn't realize they had. That's interesting when that happens. There was something that one person might have been doing that bothered others or that they thought was great. And you learn all kinds of things.
You do. And the cool part about this is it's not like you got to study or do anything to prep for it ahead of time. You and your team shows up, you sit down, and you have fun.
And you start and you have fun. And it's amazing. Every time that we play, the groups walk away smiling, laughing, wanting to talk to us and talk about what we just did and then a little more about themselves. And we know from feedback from companies we've done this with that they're talking about it weeks later. And
it does have a lasting impact.
It does have a lasting impact.
So if you're interested in hosting a leadership game, this isn't something that everybody in the world has access to.
Nope. Only Maxwell.
If you are a Maxwell Leadership Certified team member, you've got access to this.
You have access to it. Some of them don't have it.
Some of them don't, which is what we're talking about
when
we're at Think Tank Day. However, if you're watching this and you're thinking, ooh, maybe that's something I should do for my team. I need to figure out, there's something that's just not quite right. I can't put my finger on it. I know I need to make some changes. Or maybe you're just looking for a fun activity, a fun, interactive team building experience for you and your team for part of a day. And
if you've got some development into your schedule, training, we could do this, and this would be more fun than anybody in your organization's probably ever had with training.
And the cool thing is you'll have lots of ideas that come out of it. You'll be able to walk away with some ideas of things that you can implement right away, some changes that you can start to initiate. You've got a lot of things that you walk away from the leadership game. So if they want to have us come in and do the leadership game with them, what should they do?
Well, contact us and let us know.
Okay.
And so one of the ways is through this forum. We've got Facebook,
Yeah.
Instagram, LinkedIn. I knew it'd come to me in a second. They could also contact us through our website, which is
ateagueofyourown.com.
Or they could send us an email at
info@ateagueofyourown.com.
Or they could give us a phone call. There's the old-fashioned, or send us a text message.
What?
Old-fashioned. Oh my gosh. Old technology, I guess, at this point. Even though a lot of people do text. I get it.
Yeah, that's true.
I do a lot of texting.
You do a lot of texting.
Yeah, I like texting.
And what exactly is that number that they could either call or text us on?
412-420-7975.
That is correct. 412-420-7975. Let us know that you're interested in the leadership game.
Are there limits on the size of the groups that we can work with?
No. I will say this.
It was,
the smallest one we ever did was 3 people.
That was interesting.
It's better if you have
better if there's more.
A few more than
that. I would say generally 6 or more.
6 or more.
6 or more. And if you have a group that's bigger than
really
6,
big.
we can also, the game is set up to accommodate 12 people, but we have things that we can do. If you have a bigger group, we'll put people in teams. And
the other thing is we can do this online. In fact, we've done this online many times. So don't think to yourself, oh, they're there in the Pittsburgh area. I'm not. No, we can do this virtually.
Got you remotely. We've done it before
several times. Yeah. And it's just as powerful.
Yeah.
Still fun, still interactive, still that team building experience for you and your team. So yeah, let us know what we can do to help you. All right. Well, that's it for this week. Please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're still trying to grow that. And we'll be talking to you next week. I think next week we're going to be talking a little bit about teamwork.
Okay.
Sound good?
Sounds wonderful to me.
You started to come up with an idea about teamwork. I think we need to.
You want to flesh that out more?
I think we do.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right, everyone. Have a great week, and we will see you